This is the only thing you need to know about the feared learning phase in Facebook ads. Hey, it's John here. If you're new to my channel, I'm the founder of one of the largest music promotion platforms in the world called Hyped. I'm an independent music artist with over 11 million streams on Spotify. But what's most important, I've helped over 10,000 artists and bands grow their music to over 100 million streams together on Spotify. In this video, I'm going to clear up one of the most feared and misunderstood features in Facebook ads, the learning phase, and its even more scary brother,
limited status.
When you launch an ad campaign on Instagram and Facebook, you might see a notification inside Facebook Ads Manager saying your campaign is in the learning phase or learning limited. This causes lots of concerns for artists and bands who see it as a problem with their campaign. But you know what? It doesn't matter at all. And personally, I completely ignore it. And here's why. Ads on Instagram and Facebook are always learning. Every interaction with your ads is recorded and used to constantly optimize your audience to get more listeners and streams and fans on Spotify. So why does Facebook call it the learning phase? Well, whenever a new campaign is launched, Facebook starts out fresh, figuring out the best audience for your song. And because it's learning from scratch, the results might be more volatile. They might be more up and down. So to prepare us for these fluctuating results in the first few days, Facebook calls it something, and that something is the learning phase. Now, the term learning isn't wrong, because it is in fact learning, but calling it a phase is simply misleading because it never really ends. Ads always learn and relearn as your audience expands over time, or when you change your budget or relaunch a campaign. So the bottom line is this: don't worry about it. For my own campaigns, I completely ignore the learning phase or the learning limited status. I manage my campaigns only based on the actual results I'm getting, because what ultimately matters to me are listeners, streams, and fans on Spotify. But I do get lots of messages from artists and bands who run ads and then have concerns like, John, Facebook says my campaign status is learning limited and then I should increase my budget. Should I really do it? Or I hear, John, I don't want to launch a new campaign for my song because it's gonna be in the learning phase again. Now, here's my take on this. I want the biggest and fastest results from Instagram and Facebook ads. And so I follow these 3 rules here. Number 1, I let campaigns run for at least 30 days. And I ignore all notifications about the learning phase and learning limited. I completely ignore it. Rule number 2, if I want to increase the budget on a campaign, I increase the budget slowly, ideally by about 10 to 20% per day. So if I want to go from $5 per day to $10 a day, I wouldn't change this immediately. I would go from $5 to $6, then the next day to $7, then the next day to $8, and so on. Or if I wanted to go from 20 per day to 30 per day, I wouldn't change this immediately. I would go from 20 to 22, then 24, and so on. And then rule number 3, I always keep at least one campaign for my music running to constantly feed my pixel, which stores all the audience data. And because of that, my campaigns optimize much faster today than they did in the early days. With all the data it's collected about my audience over time, Facebook can optimize my music ads super fast. And so to me, music ads on Instagram and Facebook are one of the most powerful promotion tools available to independent music artists and bands like us. And the fact that it's packed with powerful AI that constantly learns and puts our music in front of the ideal fan audience on Instagram and Facebook is just a big part of it. And so with that said, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and the bell buttons below so you can get more videos like this on YouTube. And if you'd like to discover how I use just 2 simple tools to grow my music from 0 to millions of streams on Spotify, and how you can easily put together that same growth system for your music click by click, then check out this next clip right here. Want to get your music heard on Spotify with AI? I just launched a brand new video training program called the Spotify Growth Switch, where I show you how to start growing real listeners, real fans, and real streams on Spotify in less than 10 minutes using software and AI. I've used the Spotify Growth Switch system to now grow my music to over 7 million streams and tens of thousands of monthly listeners on Spotify. This works for any music genre. It gets you real fans and listeners super fast. and it's extremely easy to set up, literally just like flipping a spotlight switch for your music. Despite using AI, you don't need to know nothing about tech stuff in order to be successful with this. I've had the tremendous privilege of helping multiple tens of thousands of music artists grow their music on Spotify, many of which have grown to much larger numbers, lots more listeners, lots more streams than I have using the systems that I've taught. Makes me so proud of their success. And so if you want to get more real listeners, real fans, and real streams for your music fast using state-of-the-art software and AI, then click the link below this video and check out the Spotify Growth Switch. I can't wait to help you grow your music on Spotify, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.